Yeah, remember this? He made another one. Luc Besson is a great French filmmaker. His library of films is so fantastic and different than anything you would watch on a regular basis. And somewhere in that giant library of films is a science fiction movie called The Fifth Element. It's pretty, it's crazy, and honestly to this day it's one of the weirdest sci-fi films I have ever seen. It was also completely different than anything else Luc Besson has done, so him announcing that he was doing another sci-fi film was honestly a bit surprising. Unlike The Fifth Element, Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets is based on the classic sci-fi comic series named Valerian and Laureline. The movie is about the titular characters responding to a mission to capture a creature and return it to the City of a Thousand Planets. What makes this movie actually work is the characters and the world itself. You can tell Luc Besson is a huge fan of Valerian and Laureline because the attention to world building is incredible in here. I will also admit that I never knew Valerian existed before this movie was getting any buzz. I saw this movie with my good friend Thomas, and we can both tell you that while we were watching this movie, we both had the exact same reaction. After almost anything happened, we would just both look at each other and we just both knew. What the fuck is going on in this movie? Sort of like The Fifth Element, the movie just got really weird. And honestly, everything the movie does is just a balancing act. The characters were all fun, but they were also cliche and sometimes deus ex machina-y. The effects were beautiful, but also sometimes just too much. And the story was fine, but also just got way too convenient. The best parts of the movie are whenever Valerian and Laureline were able to interact together, because Cara Delevingne and Dane DeHaan have surprisingly good chemistry together. But what doesn't work is how half the movie tries to say this is now a romantic comedy between these two because they love each other. It tries to play off that that's been the theme the entire time, but it really isn't. It's one of the many detours this movie takes, becoming very weak in its message and damaging their relationship to me. Their conversations came out of nowhere and destroyed the tone and pacing that the scene was usually building. In fact, the most of the film itself is inconsistent. I feel like there were 4 different scripts that all became one weird mesh of a story. A majority of the film's events just happens out of pure convenience. Before a major event or a MacGuffin becomes important, we find out about it 5 minutes before. The movie takes so many detours it just gets confusing tonally. Entire characters and subplots are like this. Rihanna's character is literally a prop for a quick action scene, and when she dies, the movie just forgets about her in the next scene. This movie actually has a pretty gigantic body count around our main characters, and the movie just doesn't care and moves on. I'll fully admit, I am happy I saw this movie. But I also admit I'll probably never see this again. This gets a 6 out of 10. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to like and subscribe. If you want to see more reviews, then click the playlist to see my other stupid opinions. Alright, see you next video.